It's night 24 in the game, and after a long double tribal, Adriana is extremely tense after nullifying 5 votes. She talks with Anna and Boo Boo, claiming she purposely voted out Mark so she could still work with the two of them in this game. Anna can't thank her enough since she thought she would go after her idol play. Adriana admits she would have idled out Allison if it wasn't for her immunity win. Her next best choice was Mark because she sees him as a bigger threat than Karen. Anna says they can definitely chat more the next few days to figure out a new plan. Jaya talks with Allison, seeking advice after flipping on Adriana and failing to take her out. Allison says that at this point, Adriana is a dead man walking. Technically, they have 5 votes if Jaya agrees to work against Adriana and Sarah. Jaya says she's down to be part of this because she wants revenge after getting idled out by her in the pre-merge. Allison tells her to remain calm while around Anna, Boo Boo, and Karen so they don't come up with ideas to take her out. Later in the night, Anna, Boo Boo, and Karen discuss everything that went down last tribal. Anna is extremely pissed that they got blindsided both times. Karen feels like they had a clear shot at Adriana and Sarah but missed all because Allison flipped. Boo Boo says he has had enough of her flip-flop gameplay. This is the 3rd time she flipped the script on them. Karen tells both of them that they can still have a crack at Adriana and Sarah if they can keep Allison in their alliance. They can't flip on her right now as doing so will cause a possible 3-3 split at the final 6. Anna and Boo Boo nod but still confirm they will never trust her fully again. Day 25, and it's time for the reward challenge. Justin reveals that this reward is a special one as one past player will come join them to watch. It's a player who made history, nullifying 8 votes cast on her after using her idol successfully on herself. Justin then welcomes in Korinne from Season 3, Survivor, Rural Forest. Korinne walks in and goes over to Justin to hug him. She stands next to him and thanks him for inviting her back. Most people smile as they recognize Korinne, such as Allison, Sarah, and Karen. The other 4 don't know who she is but continue to smile, except for Anna who doesn't care. Korinne says hello to the final 7 and welcomes them to a challenge that will test their fake idol creation skills. She allows Justin to explain the rules in detail. Justin then explains the rules. In this, everyone will be in their own lane. Each round, they must race to create a fake idol using materials at their station. If everyone successfully creates the fake idol, the person who did so last will be eliminated. However, anyone who fails to make the fake idol correctly will all be eliminated from that round. The last player standing wins reward. This reward is special as the winner will get to spend the night in a comfy hotel room with a really nice bed. In addition, Korinne will be at the hotel cooking dinner for you to eat. There, you are allowed to talk with Korinne and ask for some advice. Korinne jumps in and says she's probably not the best person to seek advice from since she came in 3rd place in her season, but still, she knows how to make final tribal council and will do her best with her suggestions. The challenge then begins with round 1 and everyone races to their stations to begin creating their fake idols. All of them work on them and struggle as it is their first time making one. People begin to finish and stand up with their fake idol finished. Sarah is last to finish and stands up once done with her idol. Unfortunately, both Allison and Sarah failed to make a proper fake idol, meaning they are eliminated from this challenge. In round 2, the players must replicate another design for their fake idol. Adriana quickly finishes her fake idol while the rest continue making theirs. As people finish one after the other, Jaya is last and wraps up her creation. In the end, all 5 made their fake idol correctly, so since Jaya was last, she is eliminated. It's now round 3, and the final 4 start making their fake idols. Adriana once again finishes her idol really quick, followed by Anna. Soon after, Karen finishes, which means Boo Boo is last. He does his best to make his fake idol perfect in the case someone else failed their fake idol. It turns out Boo Boo's fake idol was incorrectly made, so he's out regardless. In round 4, the last 3 women start creating their next fake idols. Korinne manages to finish hers quickly and Adriana is done right afterwards. Anna finishes last and gets up with her fake idol done. Anna is eliminated since hers is the only one that is wrong. Plus, she would have been out anyway for coming in last. In the final round, it's Adriana against Korinne for reward. As they craft their fake idols, Korinne gets up, claiming she's finished. Adriana continues to create her fake idol, ensuring it's perfect. In the end, Korinne's fake idol is properly made, meaning Korinne has won reward. She stands next to Korinne and Justin, facing the rest of her tribe. Justin once again congratulates Korinne for her win and says she can actually take one person with her to the hotel so she's not alone. There's room for 2 people in one bed after all. Korinne smiles and looks at the rest, thinking deeply about her decision. Although Adriana puts her hands together, beginning her to choose her, Korinne ends up going with her best friend, Allison. Allison jumps in excitement and stands next to Korinne. Justin says that the other 5 will need to head back to camp as they have nothing but their sandy camp awaiting them. As for Korinne and Allison, they will head to their hotel room right now. With that, everyone heads off. At the hotel, Korinne starts preparing dinner for Korinne and Allison. Meanwhile, Korinne and Allison sit in their hotel room, pumped for this reward. Allison tells her she's most excited for the bathroom here as she wants to smell clean for once. Korinne can't contain herself as she continuously screams with joy. Allison thanks her once again for choosing her to go on this reward. Korinne sees this reward as an opportunity for the both of them to extend their bond with one another. Allison agrees and says that ever since the merge phase, she felt like they saw eye to eye. She would love to go to Final 3 with her. Korinne says the same and feels like having 2 strong women in the end would be iconic. Allison even adds that they can make that into 3 since there's 6 women remaining still. Korinne then starts filling her in on the current dynamics. She warns Allison that Anna and Boo Boo don't trust her too much since she flipped on them again during the Ivy vote. Allison knows she took a big risk and says she personally saw Ivy as more of a threat for their alliance rather than Adriana. She thought Adriana would surely waste her idol that tribal, but she was clearly wrong as she saved it for the next vote. Korinne says that at this point, she needs to take a back seat so she's not the next one booted. She says that they need to continue pushing for Adriana and Sarah to go next. After that, they can take out Jaya as an easy vote and then land in the final 4 with Boo Boo and Nana. Allison agrees and promises to stop playing wild again. After some time at their reward, they hang out in the kitchen, watching Korinne prepare their food. Allison heads out of the kitchen, claiming she will go back to their bedroom to read a book. As Allison walks back to their room, she doesn't notice an idol sitting right in the corner of the end of the hallway. She goes right into her room and sits down on the bed, thinking about her game overall. Korinne in the meantime talks with Korinne as she cooks. Much later, Allison comes back to the kitchen, once again unaware about the idol in the hallway. With dinner ready, all 3 dig in and enjoy a nice fish prepared by Korinne. Allison and Korinne ask Korinne if she has any advice going into this endgame. Korinne says that what helped her the most was having a ride-or-die ally with her the whole way. For the 2 of them, since they seem to be close, they should consider the same. Korinne nods and says they already discussed reaching Final 3 together. Allison laughs and asks Korinne if she has any advice for idol hunting, and Korinne says it's actually not that difficult to find idols initially. If they struggle to find idols, that means someone must have already found one. Once they use that idol or get out of the game, a new one is hidden. Allison claims that Adriana recently used her idol, but it existed since the pre-merge, meaning the merge idol is still very likely in someone's hands. They just don't know who has it. Korinne comments that they have a mystery on their hands. They need to find out who has it before it bites them in the butt. Back at Reveille camp, Jaya chats with Boo Boo, reassuring she's working with him now. Boo Boo says that as of now, they need to ensure the next vote off is either Adriana or Sarah. Jaya says she'll vote whoever she needs to. Boo Boo says they plan to split the vote again just in the case Adriana or Sarah have a secret idol they haven't revealed yet. Meanwhile, Sarah talks to Anna to see who she's targeting between her, Adriana, and Jaya. Anna hints to her that she wants to see Adriana go next, and if not her, Jaya would go. Of course, Anna is lying to Sarah since she wants her gone if it's not Adriana. Sarah tells Anna she appreciates that she isn't first or second on the hit list. She feels very hopeless at this point and just wants to have a fighting chance at the final 5. Anna nods and says she has done a good job containing her threat level so far. Sarah isn't sure if that's a good thing or not but decides to brush it off. Day 26, and the 5 people coming from camp enter the challenge area for immunity. Justin then calls in Allison and Karen from their reward, so they head towards everyone. Justin then asks Karen how the stay was at the hotel, and Karen says it was lovely. Her and Allison enjoyed a nice fish and got to spend time with Korinne, who they both know very well from her season. Allison also adds they got to use hygiene products finally, so they smell nice now. Jaya sniffs Karen to confirm if this is true and laughs, widening her eyes to show they definitely smell a lot better now. Justin then gets into the immunity challenge. He takes back the necklace from Allison and explains the rules. Today, it's the return of another iconic challenge, the wall. In this, each person will be on their own wall that will constantly move downwards in attempt to take them off the wall. The goal is to remain climbing on the wall to stay in the challenge. The last person left standing on their wall will win individual immunity, which could be crucial as there are less and less people in this game each day. The challenge then begins with all 7 climbing on their wall. It gradually gets faster in speed, causing Boo Boo to seriously struggle. Due to Jaya's hurt arm from the beginning of merge, she struggles to catch up with the wall as it continuously pulls her down. Karen almost drops as well, letting go of the wall with one hand for a moment, but Reg rips the wall. Anna ends up being the first to fall down, getting eliminated from the challenge. The other 6 continue to climb for several more minutes, Jaya continuing to inch closer to the floor. Adriana's arms tire out and cause her to fall on her feet, leaving her eliminated from this challenge. Boo Boo falls shortly after, leaving just Allison, Karen, Jaya, and Sarah fighting for immunity. After a long battle, Jaya ends up falling to the floor as her arms give in. Not long after, Sarah falls, hurting herself in the process of dropping. This now leaves Allison and Karen fighting for immunity, also the 2 people who went on reward yesterday. Allison falls to the floor first, meaning Karen has 1 individual immunity, winning her 2nd individual challenge in a row now. Everyone claps for Karen as Justin puts the necklace on her. He confirms she won't go tonight. As for the rest, someone will be the 14th person voted out and the 5th member of the jury. They all then head back to camp. At camp, Adriana talks with Jaya to see if she's still working with her. Jaya claims she's nervous since she obviously flipped on her last vote. Adriana huffs, telling Jaya she gives 0 crap about that vote since she used her idol regardless. Right now, they need to ensure they have majority against the other 4. Jaya says they are simply outnumbered as there are 4 of them they have to face against. Adriana says they might have a chance to take out Allison if they can convince Anna and Boo Boo to flip on her. She's a very messy player after all, someone they shouldn't fully trust right now. Jaya shrugs and says it could work. Adriana says she'll do all the work since she's noticing Jaya's lack of interest for this plan. Sarah eventually joins them and asks them what the plan is tonight. Adriana confirms it has to be Allison. Their best chance is to convince Anna and Boo Boo that Allison is a very dangerous threat. She's not only unpredictable in her moves, but she also proves she's smart in mental challenges. Sarah mentions that Allison is an engineer, and those people tend to be smart and make it far. Adriana smirks and says Jaya is an engineer too, though Jaya doesn't seem too happy by that comment. Either way, Sarah says she's down to try making this plan work to flip on Allison. Much later in the afternoon, Anna and Boo Boo talk to Korinne, telling her they are seriously considering voting Allison out tonight. Korinne sighs as she knows it's tough to defend Allison in this position. Instead of directly defending Allison, Korinne explains that for their own positions right now, they are better off getting rid of the outliers in Adriana, Sarah, and Jaya. If anyone from those three get to final three, the jury will surely vote them to win. Boo Boo says he obviously wants this three to reach final three, so either way they might be able to survive even with Allison gone now. Korinne shakes her head and says Allison is a locked vote for them. They can keep a 4-3 numbers advantage in their favor if they keep her. Anna and Boo Boo look at each other, unsure what they want to do at this point. It's night 26, meaning it's time for tribal council. Everyone sits down and Justin welcomes their newest jury members, Ivy and Mark. Justin starts the discussion off asking Jaya how she feels after last tribal council when they had 2 separate eliminations. Jaya breathes out heavily, saying how it was very chaotic because nobody knew what to do in the second vote. Adriana speaks up and says it became very obvious for her that people were going to stack votes on her as she was the simple vote coming off of the Ivy blind side. In fact, Ivy wasn't supposed to go home until Allison flipped. Allison smirks and Justin asks her if she has any comment to that. Allison says it's obviously a terrible look on her for being such a flip-floppy player, but at the end of the day, she still has a mission in this game, and it's to take out the opposing side still remaining. Tonight, it has to be Adriana who goes home. Boo Boo side-eyes Allison as she says that. Adriana then starts throwing shade towards Allison, claiming that she's a very unpredictable player who keeps making moves for her individual benefit instead of informing her allies on what she plans to do. Nobody really expected Allison to flip on Ivy that vote, so the fact that she blindsided a whole tribe through her own vote is extremely scary and should scare everyone else. Justin asks Anna how she feels about Allison, and Anna says it's obvious people are questioning her gameplay since she's doing things without warning. It's very dangerous to work with someone who doesn't communicate their moves with allies. Allison steps in and says she's very apologetic for that and admits she's not the type of person who does well socially. She admits she wants to improve on that going forward, so from now on, she plans to take a step back and listen to what her allies suggest. Adriana then adds that Allison is smarter than she claims. As an engineer, she proved she's smart in mental challenges based on the double tribal challenge they had. Allison says they probably wouldn't get another challenge like that again, so it's not something people should be overly concerned about. Justin asks Jaya where she currently stands on this tribe, and Jaya stays quiet for a moment. As everyone turns to her, Jaya says she's unsure how to feel tonight. On one hand, she is technically in a minority with Adriana and Sarah. However, she has already shown Adriana she's against her after last vote. Adriana immediately grunts, telling Jaya to quit making such stupid assumptions. Her tunnel vision is really showing since she continuously tries to find a reason to vote for her. Jaya doesn't comment back, so Justin says it's time to get to the vote.
I'll tally the votes. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and they want to play it, now would be the time to do so. Alright, I'll read the votes. First vote, Adriana. Allison. That's 1 vote Adriana, 1 vote Allison. Adriana. That's 2 votes Adriana. Allison. We're tied, 2 votes Allison, 2 votes Adriana. Sarah. Sarah. Tied again, 2 votes Sarah, 2 votes Adriana, 2 votes Allison, 1 vote left. 14th person voted out of Survivor Rivals and the 5th member of the jury. Adriana.
Adriana immediately gets up to go grab her torch and Jaya refuses to look at her. Allison and Karen feel relieved as their alliance with Anna and Boo Boo remains intact. Adriana stands over Jaya for one moment, feeling the urge to call her a terrible name, but doesn't go through. She puts her torch next to Justin and watches him snuff it. She makes her way to the exit and everyone watches as she leaves. Justin then tells the rest to head back to camp, so they make their way there. Next time on Survivor Rivals. 26 days ago, 20 people walked into this game, each having a rival on the other tribe. Now at the final 6, nobody has to worry about their lurking rival. With only 4 days left in the game, 3 people will be voted out and only 3 will reach final tribal council. Who will win the title of sole survivor? This game isn't over yet. There's still a lot of game left in these people. Find out everything that goes down in our 3-part finale starting Sunday and ending Tuesday. Adriana's final thoughts. Adriana is genuinely annoyed at Jaya for making one of the dumbest decisions this whole season. She essentially confirmed that the final 4 will be Allison, Karen, Boo Boo, and Anna. She may as well kiss goodbye her check. It's very evident one of those 4 have the merge idol since nothing was used tonight. Even if Jaya somehow reaches the end, Adriana feels too bitter to vote for her to win. She got idled out by her anyway, so she already lost the game many days ago.